Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to our today's program, NJO LEO of the 10th of September 2018. Once again, I invite you to be with us, spend some time with us, and we'll spend almost at least 15 minutes altogether talking about the situation of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and a situation that is not only limited to political area, but it will also touch some economical area, social area, and so on. It's Odon Bulamba here who is going to present you this program. So please be with me, bear with me those 15 minutes in order to reach our goal to be informed and to inform also our brothers and sisters. Without taking longer, let me give you the summary of what we are going to talk about. There is another meeting of the leaders of the opposition today in Kinshasa. So a meeting is planned to take place today in Kinshasa, and leaders of the opposition, when I say opposition, it means there's those who are known as a opposition of bulldozers. Big opposition, big political parties of Kinshasa, there are 7. So they are going to meet today in Kinshasa in order to continue to discuss the process of the coming election and also to choose who is going to be a leader who will present one candidate who will represent the opposition for the coming elections. The second point that we are going to talk about is about the letter of Daniel Shekomba. Alain Daniel Shekomba, he is one of the candidates for the presidential. He has been trying so hard to influence, to write, to convince other candidates to accept the voting machine, because according to him, the voting machine is not an issue and would never and ever be an issue for the election in the Congo. So he wants to take people through the process. He wants to tell them what he knows, because he has done some information and technology. That is his background. So he knows exactly how the machines functions and so on. The third point that we are going to talk about, it's about that war or confrontation between the army of the Congo and the rebellious movement of ADF in Beni. So this Sunday in Beni, there was really a lot of exchange of guns, of fires between the Congolese army and the fictitious movement of rebels movement of ADF. This rebel movement is from Uganda, but has been acting in the Congo since early 1995. We are going also to talk about one of the officers of ANR. NAR is like a national service for spying or information, was shot dead by a policeman. So we are going to talk about what took place, why was he shot dead, and what surrounded that incomprehension or misinterpretation of message or miscommunication among them or between them. And finally, we are going to raise up a point where a young girl who is only aged 5 was raped by a man aged 30, and after raping the poor girl, the man killed the girl and abandoned her body in the bedroom or in his house where they used to live in Kinshasa. So these are the points that I'm going to develop for you, and I won't really go deeper in them, but I'll just talk about them superficially before we talk a little bit about our analysis. The first point is about the opposition. Members of the opposition met last Friday. They had a meeting, and during that meeting, they were discussing about who should represent them for the coming elections, because the members of the opposition want also to choose one individual who can stand for the opposition. And when I'm saying opposition here, I limit myself to that group of 7 big political parties in the Congo. However, there are other members of other political parties who also are called themselves oppositions, who are not member or don't include themselves in this group of 7. So this group of 7, they want to present only one candidate for these elections. So therefore, they have been holding a number of meetings. The first one was on Friday, and today on Monday they are going to hold another one, and it will be in Kinshasa. Last time on Friday, Matungulu and Kamere were absent because they were not informed. But this time they are going to be present and they will participate to that meeting. However, Tshisekedi Felix is abroad now, is in Belgium, where he met with Muzito Adolphe, and they had a talk saying that, during their talk, Adolphe Muzito mentioned that his meeting with Tshisekedi was really good and successful. On the other hand, Katumbi also is in the USA, going around talking about the election in the DRC, and he's trying to wake up. He's making a wake-up call to all the citizens of Congo, to Americans people, to all those who will listen to him about what has been taking place in the Congo and where the Congo is heading from here. So we are going to talk now about Shekomba. Alain Daniel Shekomba is one of the candidates for the presidential in the Congo. And this guy, being a man who knows very well information and technology, he has been telling other candidates to not reject that voting machine. He believes that this machine is good for the election and they can have a talk about it. 2 days ago or 48 hours ago, he contacted Seni and asked Seni to organize a big debate about the machine. The voting machine. And now he has written a letter, which is an open letter to all the candidates to come together, to consent, and to accept this voting machine. And if they've got any question, they can really, during their meetings, they can discuss about it, they can examine it, they can go deep into the usage of this machine, the use of this machine, and then that can build their confidence to go to the election with the machine. ADF, which is another group, as you know, of rebellious movement in the northern part of Congo. It has been disturbed a lot, that province of North Kivu. Although ADF comes from Uganda, but it has been acting in the Congo since early 90s, around 1995. This group continues to be used by the government to destabilize, to put people in a fear, in a stress, and why not maybe to say in disaster, because whenever they come, they don't come to play, they come to steal, they come to loot, they come to rape, they come to kill. And this group of rebellious people, this rebellious movement, had yesterday a confront with the soldiers of the DRC. A war took place around Ngadi and Matembo. Ngadi and Matembo are two areas, two suburbs in North Kivu, around Beni. And those people came up, and it was around 5 p.m. local time when they started to open fire, and the heavy weapons were used, to the point that the population, the local population, just, they got frightened and they left the area. They ran away for their safety. Most of them took refuge in Beni, in the center town of Beni, and others took refuge around Mavivi. And Mavivi is not too far from this activity or this war took place, because the war took place just nearby the airport of Mavivi. So many people from those villages like Ngadi, Matembo, Boikene, Kipriani, they ran for their safety. They went to Mavivi and others went to Beni. The other point is in Tanganyika. in a group, in a locality, in a sector which is known as Bendera, located at 125 kilometers in the northeast of Kalemi. People experienced yesterday, on Sunday, 9th of September, a tragedy where an officer of ANR was shot dead by a policeman. Why these policemen shot to death or shot dead this member of ANR? He shot that guy because two of his colleagues, two of the ANR agents, ANR agent colleague, came to seek for him. He was arrested by the police a few hours or a few days earlier, and he was kept in the police station, local police station at Bendera. So why was he arrested, this member of ANR, while also is working for the informing the security, is working for the security of the Congo? It appears that recently most of those people of ANR, who are like soldiers wearing civilian uniforms, who are like people who give the information, they are like informants for the government, they have been going, recently they have been going from time to time to wherever people are digging the mine, and they will go there, they will confiscate the mine sometimes, they will arrest people who are doing it illegally, and so on. So these guys have been taking the role of the mining police, a role which is not theirs. So the police found that guy there and they put him on arrest. And while he was kept at the police station, the two others came and they wanted to free him from the police station. So the policemen who were on guard, they said, no, you cannot take him by force. We can't release him because he is so far under arrest. And that was the beginning of their discussion. It turned wrong, where they were like an exchange of words, then it went to the exchange of guns, and then this guy was shot dead. He got a bullet on his chest, so he passed away. No condolences at his family, who was lost theirs. Finally, we'll go to Kinshasa, where this old man, 30-year-old man, raped a girl who was only 5 years old. And this 5-year-old girl has been living with this man at the same plot. So in Kinshasa, the way of constructing houses, on one plot, on one area, piece of land, someone can build 5, 6, or 7 small houses in order to rent it to people and continue to live, just like a flat in other countries. And here, this man aged 30, who continues to live with his parent on this address, where also the victim, the girl, lived with her parent, this man took the advantage of that girl because the mother of the girl left. She was supposed to go somewhere, and she left her daughter under the responsibility, under the hand of the grandmother of the daughter. The grandmother lives with the daughter, or with that family of the daughter. As she went out, the grandmother, being old, being also tired, feeling a little bit unwell, she was inside the house. When this guy came out, took the girl inside his home, inside the home of his parent, raped the girl, and after raping the girl tried, to fight. Imagine a 5-year-old girl. She tried maybe to scream. Therefore, the guy attached the legs, the hand of the girl on the bed and killed the girl after raping her. This evil man is now under arrest and is is just at Kalamu. For those who know Kinshasa, is under arrest, is at Kalamu, and we want to hear what the judge will make as decision about this case. So the tribunal of Kalamu will decide on this issue. Our condolences once again for the family that has lost this beautiful girl who was victim of the rape. This is a sad news, a news which hurts, which destroys, a news which is not good for any human being who has got normal senses. So this will lead us to our today analysis. I'm not going to analyze this situation today as usual, but I will go just back to the first question and I will ask you on your turn to analyze it. I will ask you, I will encourage you to participate by writing to us, by maybe sending to us voice messages. We have got our WhatsApp number on top of the screen. We have got our email address on top of our screen. And you can also comment as I'm talking. You can also comment after this program and leave your thoughts. Feel free to express yourself. Feel free to express your thought. Based on what you'll say, I will organize a small program that I'll call reflection, which will talk about whatever you'll suggest. And it will be like a small debate. Even if you want to participate to that debate by phone, you can ring our WhatsApp number and you will participate without any difficulty. So our analysis should be based, will be based on this meeting of the leaders. The leaders of the opposition are meeting today in order to choose one common or one unique candidate for the opposition. Now, my question to you, my question to all of us is, who would be the best candidate to represent the opposition or to become the president of the Republic Democratic of the Congo tomorrow? Although we are not sure if the elections will take place, but let us just talk about it. Who do you think, to your opinion, according to you, who should be the best candidate for our country? Then, we are not quite sure. Leaders are meeting now. Are they, in order to choose their candidate, or in order to choose whoever will represent the opposition to the coming elections, are they, those leaders, are they going also to demand or to ask the viewpoint of the population of the Congo? Are they going to ask you and I who should be the candidate or not? During their meeting today, their meeting will only focus on the individuals, the candidates that they want to represent the country, or are they also going to take into consideration other electoral process which have been denied, which have been rejected, which have been disputed out by the government? Meaning what? We have got people who are in prisons, political actors. Those political actors need to come out. We have got this voting machine, which we disagree with it. We have got a lot of issues. So, if this meeting is going to talk about the electoral process, are they only going to focus on one individual who is going to represent us for the election and ignore or forget completely about the electoral process itself? Furthermore, are they going also to talk about those that Seni put aside, those that were disqualified by the Court of Appeal? Or are they going also to fight for on their behalf in order for those people to be reaccepted, to be accepted, to be reaccepted again as a candidate? Or what are they going to do? Is it because Bemba, Katumbi, and others were rejected, Gizeng, and so on? So that is their end for this turn, and the rest have to continue for the elections? Or are they going also to stop and fight for the right of others? Once they are there, as you know, as I know, all our leaders, all our representatives who are going to take place in this meeting, as I said, except for Tshisekedi, who is overseas actually, and maybe Bemba and Katumbi, all our leaders all together, without exception, they were the chosen icon of their political platforms or political parties. So the political platforms and parties, they elected them to be their candidate for the coming presidential election. So having that big responsibility, are they going to accept to pass on that power, that glory, that appreciation of their member of their political parties to someone else? For example, is Tshisekedi going to accept to hand over that power or that position that UDPS said, okay, you have to represent us to be our candidate on presidential, pass it to Kamere? Or will Kamere pass that power that UNC gave to him to Jean-Pierre Bemba? Or will Jean-Pierre Bemba pass his to someone else, to Matungulu? Will Matungulu also accept his to be taken by Fayulu? And so on. This is where the challenge is. Are they going to come out with one single name? If yes, who is going to be that person again? And if that person comes up, the name of the person comes up, and that person is not what you believe should be the best candidate, you as an elector, are you going to vote for that person or not? So another part of my question will be, although they are going to meet today and they are going to discuss on who should represent the opposition, is there any criteria or is there any list of criteria which is there that they will follow in order to select someone? I don't know. What do you think? And if those criteria are there, are they going to inform us, to tell us the population, based on such and such and such criteria, this is how we have chosen a leader who will represent you for the coming elections? Because the person who will be chosen is not their leader, that person will be our future presidents if the election will take place. Those who are going to enter that meeting, how are they going to select that individual? Are they going to base themselves on the popularity? How famous is that person in order to become a president? Are they going to focus on maybe the knowledge and experience that candidate has got? Or are they going to look at the age? Maybe you are young, you can't be a president, or you are old, you can't be a president. We need someone around this age. We don't know. So look at those questions and tell me what you think. Write to me your thought. Inspire me. Inspire our nation. And whatever you write, whatever you say, whatever you comment on, it will be the inspiration for the rest of the population. Thank you very much. I will stop there today. This is the end of our program. I leave that responsibility in your hand. Once I get that information, I will do this program reflection where I will comment, where also I will analyze based on what you have written or said. I remind you, if this is your first time to watch our program, click on the button which is there, subscribe, in order for us to be able to be in touch with you every time. There is also a bell down here. You can click on that bell whenever we start our program so that you can be alerted. And so thirdly, if you are happy with our program, click on like and clicking on that thumb up. It will also help us to continue to bring more and more to you. It's just a small sign of encouragement, but which is very necessary. Furthermore, you can spread our videos. Send them to whoever you want, share them with friends, share them with neighbors, share them with colleagues, share them with whoever you know. And this will be for the promotion of our program. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you for your more than 15 minutes that you have given to us. We apologize for taking longer. May God bless the Congo. Our Congo will stay one, will remain united, will remain a Congo for the Congolese forever and ever. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Thank you.